If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. Have any of you heard that Meghan Trainor song? It's called Me Too. I don't know where I've been, but I just heard it recently, and apparently it's been out for a few years at least. But this song really got a reaction out of me. I was so torn about how I felt about it because it was catchy, it was fun. She was obviously having a lot of fun making it, if you see the video. And it's all about her being captivated by this person who's so beautiful and so amazing. And it turns out it's the person she sees in the mirror, and it's her. And she's like, I just told you the lyrics to the chorus. It's like, I'm the shit. Like, and I really had to gear myself up to even say those words to begin this video, because I don't know about you, but I didn't grow up thinking like that or thinking that that was okay. Talking highly about yourself there's like this faux pas against it. Like, no, you're supposed to be humble and grateful and, but I realized that actually we get a little bit too far on that side where we're conditioned. I don't know about you, but like often we're conditioned by society or a culture to think highly of other people and put ourselves down. And then the comparison trap comes in, and if you are thinking too much about yourself, then you're considered selfish. And it's, I think about the women in my family, and they were all they did everything for everybody. And it was all about giving and giving and giving, and there was not a big practice in receiving. And I can think of most of the women in my family and in my upbringing, especially my mom, and I don't remember them being so good at just allowing other people to help them. And I am sure I've taken that on myself. And it's a powerful thing to like watch people in our lives being so generous, and it's, really inspiring. And don't get me wrong, I wouldn't want to take that away from anybody. But what I realized this Meghan Trainor song was activating in me was this like, kind of like I was being judgmental of her, and then of myself. I was like, I don't know. I started being critical of her, like, oh, you're not that amazing. And then I was like, why am I even saying that? And then I was like, wait a second, that's actually not true. And what is the problem? They say like, usually when you don't like something about someone else, it's because you don't like that in yourself. And I realized that her, outright saying that she's so incredible and look at me kind of mentality and being so all about herself, I realized I was envious on the one hand that she could so freely say that and make a song out of it on top of everything else. But on the other hand, I was like, I could never say that about myself, because one, I'm being judgmental about people that talk about themselves like that. It's like I have a preconceived notion of what they are like. And two, I don't know if I could say that I ever feel that way. And then I realized she's not the problem. She's kind of a badass inspiration to me. But I'm the problem. I'm the problem because I don't think of myself that highly. Like, I catch myself not thinking of myself that highly too often. And I was the one that started being critical of her, and I was like, no, you go, girl. Like, I'm so excited that someone can get out there and do that. Maybe it's for the song, you know, maybe I'm sure that Meghan Trainor has her days when she's like, I don't feel so good, I don't feel so hot today, like, but to have the liberty and the gumption to go out there and sing this song, like, I think that's pretty powerful. And I've been talking a lot lately in my previous videos about how our body hears us. Like, our body listens to what we're saying, and that actually influences what our cells do and what our health is like. And I think that, you know, we can often catch ourselves saying negative things about ourselves, but as I was saying in my previous videos, what if we were to say really amazing, uplifting things about ourselves? And I don't mean like making things up that you don't believe, but just catching yourself on why you would say something negative, and also noticing that you do it. Like, sometimes people don't think that they're negative about themselves, but you know, we'll say something like, oh, my knee hurts again, like, my stupid knee, like, or, you know, I actually was taking a cab the other day. Well, I was trying to walk, and I decided that I was trying a little too hard because I still have the weakness in my leg, and a cab driver pulled over for me. Well, he actually didn't even pull over. He was at a gas station across the street, made like a U-turn, came over to me, and he was like, I thought I would pick you up because I was actually finished my job for the day, but I was like, oh, she has a bad leg, so I should see if she needs a ride. And I thought it was really sweet of him to, you know, notice and to come and get me. And he actually didn't even charge me for the ride, which was really sweet. But I was like, bad leg. And I just rubbed my leg in the cab, like in the back seat when he couldn't see me. And I was like secretly telling my leg, you're a good leg. You're a great leg. Thank you for being part of my body. Thank you for making me get this far in my life, and even in this little walk that I was trying to do. And I it's my left leg, so I oftentimes when I notice that side of my body or that side of my leg isn't doing exactly what I hoped it would do, especially it's not like up to par with what I used to be able to do, like not even close. And I find myself like kind of almost putting it down and then putting myself down, and I'm like, no, the cells can hear me. The cells can hear me, my body can hear me. So instead, I call it lefty, and I'm like, yay, lefty, like, you go, like, thank you so much, lefty, you're doing a great job. And I don't ignore the right side. I just like, I'm like, thank you for, you know, picking up, like, reminding the left side how strong we can be, and, you know, picking up the pace for us and leading us and stuff. But I'm always like cheering for my left leg and my left side and anything that goes weak. And it sounds really funny, but actually it really works, because when people start noticing, like when you notice that you're putting yourself down, I believe that when you switch that, you actually will notice a change in the way that your body responds. It's like this very, I think I've talked about it before, it's like the difference between having a militaristic teacher or parent or whatever, sort of saying like, you get up and do this and you have to do that, and it's like you might do the thing but you're not liking it at all and it's not making you feel good, compared to someone who's being really encouraging and someone that is really like pushing you in a really kind way to help you keep growing and keep moving. And I just found that, you know, that Meghan Trainor song reminded me that I don't want to say that it's hard for me to say, like, you know, if I were you, I'd want to be me too. Why can't we get to the point where we can say that and actually mean it, and it not be selfish and it not be self-centered, like not be disingenuous or mean that we are mean to other people. It just means that we're kind and generous and loving to ourselves. And I think that one of the best ways to give ourselves that self-centeredness, that where we center back into our centers, like in our body, in our mind, in our soul, is dance. Like dance forces us to have an excuse to be selfish, like to take care of our bodies, to move within our bodies, to notice every single part of how we react, and to get out there and sort of be like, hey, this is who I am, this is how I'm showing up, and I am completely in congruence, in alignment with who this person is and who this body is. And that means that I am really happy with who I am. I don't need to be perfect. I don't need to be like what other people expect from me, but I'm excited to be me, and that, for that reason, if I were you, I would want to be me too, because I don't want to be somebody else. Like I came here in this lifetime to complete some things, to learn some things, I came here in this lifetime to be in this physical body, and this is my vessel, and I don't want to trade it in for someone else's or for something else, because I chose this. I believe that we choose what we're going to come here to learn, and what we're going to deal with, and what we look like, and what our features are going to be like, and how we are going to deal with our bodies, how we are going to connect with our bodies, and how we are going to nurture and love our bodies. And I think one of the most beautiful ways to remind ourselves of that is to dance. So I didn't say it in the beginning, but this video is about dancing for love. Dancing for love, and self-love in particular. So I'm doing something very loving for myself right now. I hope this video isn't too wobbly. I'm holding the phone that I'm recording it on because I'm out. I'm dressed up in a sexy little red burgundy dress that I'm really excited to be wearing today. It's a really hot day here in Vancouver, and I'm taking myself out on a date. It's an Italian restaurant that a lot of people have been telling me about, and they have live music there, so I'm really excited about that. And I promise you that all the way through this little walk from where I last. It was only a couple of blocks, but it took me a long time to get to this place. It took me a long time to get through those couple of blocks. But I was like, thank you legs, thank you body, thank you feet. I was just thanking all of me for bringing me here and for being here as my vessel in this lifetime. And I am planning to milk that for all it's worth when I'm at this restaurant. I will let you know. I will let you know how the music is and how I feel. But the main point of this is that we need to take care of ourselves more and do really nurturing, kind things for ourselves more, and that kind of self-centeredness is not selfish. And if you think it's selfish, well then selfish is not a bad thing, because it's good to focus on yourself sometimes and to not forget that we are here for a purpose and we came here in this body and we need to take care of it and ourselves. And maybe one day I will be singing the Meghan Trainor song, and I will mean it. Thanks for listening. Go check out the song Me Too by Meghan Trainor.